And then it's not fully confirmed. They haven't said they're gonna do this, but they want a procedural star system, and maybe if it's possible within the engine after they've done everything, they will make a actual galaxy.
Wait, what game?
Planet Nomad.
I remember people being so disappointed with the scrap mechanic because they couldn't fly in space.
A while back, for a game like this, I would not mind paying
Are
$100. But
people-
now I doubt everything, like after No Man's Sky, because I paid $60 for that and I can't even play the
Yeah,
game.
but there's a difference. They show gameplay and they show what's currently available, and they flat out say, "Hey, we've tried this. We're not going to have this. We're going to have this. We're not going to have this."
Oh, that's good.
Like, they're trying their best to do suggestions, but they're also trying to work on their vision. And as for the scrap mechanic thing, I laugh at people that think you could go anywhere outside of that small test area.
Yeah, right, but like that game basically suggesting you that you can build something that will fly very high, and you can actually. I've seen videos about
It's
it.
very high.
Streamers
It's a high
were doing it too,
sandbox.
but people were like, okay, so we build this
But
huge
they need to
rocket,
realize it's
whole
quite
project,
literally a
and then
sandbox
you will
right now.
just hit the ceiling.
Yeah, it's quite literally a sandbox right now. The entire world is not created yet. That's
I
just
get
like
that,
a
I
little
get that.
test range for you.
Yeah, right, but there's so many suggestions that you can actually do it because you can build all the stuff that's flying, and then like
My favorite thing right now is you could build onto the sky.
Nice.
you can.
Well,
Yeah, you just fly up to the skybox and you could place a block on it and start building.
Well, I had my doubts in the game, but they are releasing it for Linux as well. That's pretty nice, so I'm probably
For
gonna buy
scrap
it.
mechanic?
No, the game is what do you call the Planet Nomad game. They are releasing
Nomad.
it on what do you call Linux.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. Nobody usually thinks about the Linux
By the way,
environment
for
and people use it.
anybody that's looked at it and really wants to buy it, do not buy crap, what was the name of that lion piece of shit?
No
Hold on.
Man's Sky.
I ran into that once. No, it was like a Space Engineers ripoff.
I know what. I think I know what.
Dual Universe. There it is. Do not, absolutely do not buy Dual Universe. They have heavily edited videos. They just like flat out lie about their, their game's capabilities.
Another version of No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it's a No Man's Sky.
Looks very dope.
We'll start posting memes.
Like, you look at the reveal trailer for Dual Universe, and you could see it's heavily edited. Like, very edited. Like, you can even see transition frames, and it's that bad.
I mean, they're showing gameplay. It's pretty cool looking.
If you want that kind of game, I suggest
the guy
looking
who
at this
posted
Planet
right now,
Nomad.
Is in this Discord the guy who posted on Sombra links the website that shows the percentage?
The site has been posted multiple times, I think.
I mean, I'm looking at the website and I don't think it's accurate because the percentage jumped a few times and that line is really like straight.
No, that thing is linear.
It's virtually state, but there are a few fluctuations between them. Like if you go to where is it? Like 114, there's a fluctuation. Like you gotta notice that the changes where it kind of stops being straight are very small. Is that a prediction of when it would be at 100?
No, that's just graphs
You
showing
can't
like
you can't
past
really
100
predict.
to 200 points.
You can't really predict that since it's like the speed is changing like every other day. So people say it will be on 100 on the
Well, right
BlizzCon.
now it's sounding more and more likely that if this does correlate to Sombra's release, it would be somewhere between September 9th and 13th.
I'm almost positive that the percentage like is not going to reveal Sombra like this. It's not going to be like 100. Okay, here I am.
No, yeah, true.
I'm pretty sure
Would
they
be
will
such
give
a
us.
good call, though.
No, they will give us something. I'm pretty sure.
No,
but
my
it's not
thumbs
going to
up.
be like I'm on PTR now. Here I am. It's nice.
So my thumbs up on my message to Sombra is going down. No.
Well, if that was the case, like if they are going to release it after the 100 what you call percentage point, that would like most probably put 6,000 people into frenzy because they are around 6,000 people here trying to figure this shit out.
There must be a reason Blizzard is putting so much hold on this. Like they have to be preparing something.
Game mechanics being like too effed up for it to actually exist in the game, that should probably be it.
I have this feeling that it will hit like 100% like in middle of BlizzCon and they will just put it on a huge screen. And once it hits 100%,
I will
it will just
actually.
glitch out.
When is
and
BlizzCon?
I have no idea.
A long time in the future, I think.
I
That's
will
in
laugh.
November.
November. Huh. I will laugh if Sombra hacks into it.
Yep. I thought that our prediction for this to hit 100% was in September. Someplace. It was 51 days at the beginning and it kept on going down.
There was
Well, my prediction, like I said, if they're releasing Sombra as a character, unrelated to this percentage, will be September 9th through 13th because that's the Spanish Festival of Light.
Oh,
so I don't know. Like she's Shadow and it's supposed to be on Festival of Light.
Well, it's like opposite of light, you know. So
It can't
maybe.
I mean, like,
But
yeah,
Shadow without light.
it can make sense if you make it sense of it, but it doesn't really.
Well, there can't be any shadows without light. So
I guess.
Well, that's actually not true. There can't be.
you
light.
just can see them.
Yeah, and everything will be shadow if there's no light.
Okay, it's November 4th through 5th.
I think we are just breaking dimensions by this discussion.
They're, you know what's funny?
Nope. I don't. I'm
Here-
like totally on a funny person.
Here's a little thought for you.
Okay.
Darkness is consistent, but light may not always be.
What time is it for you guys?
It's 2 p.m. almost.
it's
Here.
around 5 here.
5:54
AM or PM?
I
a.m.
live
Yeah, it's AM for me.
I live in a hole, so
Here it's like 2 hours after high noon, basically.
Yeah,
it's high noon.
No, it's not.
It's 2 hours.
Get hooked.
if I were to make a prediction of anything happening today, it'd probably be around 7 Pacific Standard Time or noon Pacific Standard.
If something was to happen today, it would probably already happen.
At high noon. Well, I mean, the day just started. So,
Yeah, well, the day just started and it's almost 5
Yeah,
o'clock
no,
over in
North
Blizzard.
America, but here I don't know, like how Blizzard even do this. Like, do they do it for Americans and don't care about the rest of the world, or
No,
Well,
they
have
not-
they?
Not
I
quite.
think
Not.
they base I think they base it off of their business
PST.
hours whenever they're in the office. Yeah. So, assuming based on what has happened in the past, as soon as they get to the office, they might drop something, which should
There
be
was a
probably around
theory
7
that
or 8 o'clock
they
their
want
time.
to drop something on like Tuesday because that's their day for updates, right? So that makes
Well,
sense.
Well, yeah, but
that's-
if they change something on the site today to get everyone
No, I don't mean on site,
hyped
in
again
game.
for tomorrow.
They will. I mean, they will change something in game. Like they will update something on Tuesday about Sombra. That was the theory, at least.
Well, it's an ARG, so I don't know if they're gonna put anything in the game.
Yeah, what could happen is they release something today on the site just to get a little bit of hype going again, because we had the entire weekend just to sit around and try to figure out things that possibly aren't even there, and then hopefully tomorrow they may do something, maybe release a new video because they've done that on Tuesdays quite a bit. But we'll just have to see. Because did the I mean, I can look, but did she say she has to lay low until it's finished, or like for now?
I think
She
meant, like,
literally
for now.
said that it's like there is a lot of heat and she have to lay down for a while or like lay low
But she's-
for a while.
The upload is done.
So I don't know what she means by the heat because like I don't remember any like a clue of that someone's after her, but maybe it's like because of us. I have no idea.
Well, to be honest, and I've said this before, and this is, it's all personal opinion, but it's based off of a little bit of analysis, is that the story that we're living through in the ARG, I think may have taken the same place whenever Farah and her squad were raiding the Helix compound, because somebody was trying to hack into the Helix firewall and trying to override the Anubis program to cause all the Omnics to go crazy. And while they were attacking, I mean, it could be a possibility that she was laying low from Farah and the rest of her team.
So you basically mean that we are now living the lore of Sombra once she'll be released.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that the next thing that we get is going to be a little bit more information about the lore, like comic book wise. It may reveal Sombra in the comic book, but she may still be like masked and really, mysterious. So we don't really get to see a whole lot of her.
Actually,
But, I mean, that
it would make a lot of sense if they released some kind of comic on Tuesday.
yeah, we haven't received a new comic for a while now.
Yeah, the last one is about Anna. It would make only sense if they released next one about Sombra. But I don't think it will be about Sombra. It would not be named Sombra. It will be like really another hint, basically.
What I'm actually willing to predict is the next one's going to be about Reaper. Like, we've seen a lot about Soldier, we've seen a lot about Anna, but we haven't really heard a lot about Reaper. And there's like a trilogy between them, between Anna, Soldier, and Reaper. But we've only got the two stories from Soldier and Reaper, or Soldier and Anna so far. And Reaper is tied into Sombra, and we know that through the comic book, and we also know that through the in-game voice files. So there's a good possibility that they'll release Reaper's part of the comic, and we'll get to see a little bit of Sombra, like a little bit more of her in that comic.
Yeah, that would make sense. Is there a comic about Zenyatta?
I don't think so. I haven't seen one about Zenyatta.
Nope, there's
The-
nothing about Zenyatta.
Yeah, the only ones that I know of is Torbjorn, Soldier, McCree, Anna, and Farah. I mean, there might be more, but those are the two those are the majority that stick up off the top of my head.
What you are saying is, I think, like the best bet right now for us, because I don't think like they will be updating PTR for like Clue. So I think that the releasing of a comic is like